Hey guys, what's up? This is Blaze the Movie Fan, and every day before Halloween I will be reviewing a TV episode that's about monsters, ghosts, werewolves, or are somewhat relevant to Halloween. And today's episode review is on the Simpsons episode Treehouse of Horror 5. Now, like every other Treehouse of Horror episode, this episode has 3 fucking segments. But since all these segments are part of the same episode, I will be talking about each segment in this review. The first segment is called The Shining, which is a parody of the movie The Shining. So anyway, the Simpsons family drives to a mansion far away from their home. And I must admit, what happened by the beginning of that segment really made me laugh. It's the fact that Homer kept going back home because of the fact that he realizes that he forgot about something. That's so fucking funny. But of course, after Homer realizes that he forgot his father at a gas station, he doesn't go get him since he always treats his father like shit. Anyway, Burns and Smither welcome the Simpsons family to the mansion. And there is beer and television at that mansion. But before Homer and his family enters the building, Burns decides to take the beer away as well as cut the wires that gives the television access to TV channels. Because Burns is worried that something crazy could happen if they had access to TV or beer. Anyway, Homer realizes that there is no beer in the fridge, and he also can't access any channel on the television. Meanwhile, Bart Simpson meets groundskeeper Willie, and he somehow manages to fucking read Willie's mind. I don't know how the hell he managed to do that. But anyway, back at the mansion, Homer goes downstairs in the basement and meets Moe. Now, something happens in this episode. Now, one thing that most Treehouse of Horror episodes have in common is the fact that the characters in these episodes do stuff that they normally would never do. For example, Moe tells Homer to kill his family and he will give him a beer if he does that. Yeah, Moe would normally never ask him to do that. But it is a Treehouse of Horror episode, so that's just expected. Anyway, now I'm going to compare this segment to the movie The Shining. This episode is obviously a parody of The Shining, but with differences. Of course, a parody isn't supposed to totally copy what it's supposed to parody. In The Shining, Jack Nicholson's character became fucking crazy because of all the weird shit happening in the house. Homer Simpson goes fucking crazy because there's no beer or TV in the house. Which is understandable. I mean, after all, he is very fucking obsessed with TV and beer. If I had no access to a drink Coca-Cola, I'm sure I would go fucking insane as well. So yeah, Homer attempts to kill his family. So Homer's family of course runs away. But Bart brings groundskeeper Willie for help. But unfortunately, Homer kills groundskeeper Willie quickly. And that is a running gag in this episode. In all 3 segments, groundskeeper Willie dies. And that's really the only real connection between all those segments. Other than that, they are not connected at all. Anyway, it turns out that groundskeeper Willie had a small portable television. So Homer counts down and watches the TV, and the rest of the family watches the TV as well. But then the family fucking freezes. Now it's time for my overall thoughts on this segment. Now, The Shining is one of my absolute favorite horror movies. And I have to be honest, the parody of The Shining is really fucking awesome. It has everything that made the movie great and also put a totally new twist to it. So I'm going to give this segment 2 thumbs up. But I'm not done yet. There are 2 other segments I need to talk about. The next segment is time and punishment. So basically Homer's hand gets stuck in a toaster. I don't know how the hell that works, but whatever. Homer then damages the toaster and realizes that he needs to fix it. So he does fix the toaster and somehow turns it into a time machine. So he goes back in time. And I must admit, the cameo of Sherman and Peabody is fucking funny. I haven't seen the show those 2 characters are originally from, so I wouldn't know too much about them. But anyway, Homer goes back to the time of dinosaurs. And here comes a big problem that I have with this particular segment. It's the fact that it's totally the wrong idea of how time traveling is supposed to work. So while Homer is in the time of dinosaurs, he kills a mosquito. And when he gets back to present day, Ned Flanders is apparently the world leader now. What the fuck? Homer just killed a fucking mosquito. How the hell does that make Ned Flanders turn into a world leader? That's so fucking illogical that it just hurts my brain. Now I'm going to compare this segment to my favorite movie, Back to the Future Part 2. In Back to the Future Part 2, at least it made some sense that Marty's time was screwed up, because some bad person from the future found the time machine and used it to his own advantage. But here, it makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Killing a mosquito does not affect the future in such a fucking massive way. I will admit, I do find it pretty cool that Ned Flanders is the world leader, and I will also admit that I found Homer's reaction to Ned Flanders funny, but it doesn't change how fucking illogical this is. If killing one mosquito screwed up the present so much, I have absolutely no faith that Homer was going to turn the present back to what it should be. Homer then goes to a present day where his family is very nice. And yes, that includes Bart. And yes, that includes Bart. Wow, seeing Bart Simpson being so fucking nice is something that I never thought I would see. But Homer is not satisfied with that timeline, since donuts apparently don't exist anymore. But anyway, Homer keeps on trying to change the present day to the appropriate ones, but fails every single fucking time. But anyway, the segment ends with Homer getting to the present that's as close as possible. The only difference is that now the rest of the Simpsons family has long tongues. And I also love the appearance of those 2 aliens that appear in every Treehouse of Horror episode. And seeing those 2 change into those 2 characters that I saw earlier was also very fucking funny. Now it's time for my overall thoughts on this segment. It fucking sucks! I mean seriously, the fact that killing a fucking mosquito screws up the present in such a major way is fucking stupid. And that's not how time traveling works at all. I won't even go as far to say that this segment is as bad as Men in Black 3. Yes, I share it. Both of those things have no fucking idea how time traveling is supposed to work. And I'm going to give this segment 2 middle fingers. But hang on, there is one segment left, and that's Nightmare Cafeteria. So basically, the children of the Springfield Elementary School are at the cafeteria eating. And then later, Skinner decides to have Jimbo for dinner. And then later, Skinner decides to have Jimbo for lunch. Jimbo is a very dull character, so it doesn't matter anyway. But still, the fact that Skinner wanted to cook Jimbo for lunch is very fucked up. Yeah, and you know what? It's so fucking fucked up, and that's what makes it fucking awesome. Yeah, the fact that it's fucked up makes it scary and fucking awesome. Lisa of course realizes the next day that Jimbo is nowhere to be found and finds it strange. Now Arthur gets eaten next. Yeah, this episode is basically about the teacher of Springfield Elementary School eating a fucking student. It's so fucked up and so fucking awesome at the same time. After Lisa realizes that any student could be next, Lisa and Bart decide to try to run away. But Skinner, along with the rest of the teachers, run after them and try to harm them so they can eat them. And the fact that Lisa and Bart could be eaten is also the scary part. Overall, this segment is fucking awesome. It's very fucked up, but that's what I love about it. And for that, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. Now I'm done giving my opinion on each segment. Two of these segments is fucking awesome. And one of them is shitty. So that leaves most of the segments in this episode to be fucking awesome. And I can recommend this episode for the 2 segments that I like. So yeah, that's basically all I gotta say. Thank you for watching and have a great day.